Hey y'all, it's me, Jenny, Real Talk New York with Jenny.
They caught up in vanity. What a calamity. Them got the audacity. Them got the audacity.
Make sure to subscribe, and watch all my videos, okay? So let's get into it, man. Let's really get into it. So you know what I was thinking about? All right, I want y'all to watch all my videos because a lot of people have this very disrespectful behaviors, okay? And it's just like, a lot of them are narcissistic. They have narcissistic traits, right? I'm not saying everyone is, but some of these traits are like, you could tell narcissists do this. All right, or so is these delusional people that's extremely rude. All right, so say for instance, a guy asks you out on a date. You took your time, you got ready, everything. You rush home to get ready, and when you get there, he's on his phone the whole time, texting, and you're just like, what? That means you wasted your energy. That means you wasted your time. That means you got ready, did your makeup, probably wash and blowing your hair out, or whatever you do to your hair, put your weave on, whatever you did to get ready and look presentable to go out with someone who's very disrespectful and sitting there and disregarding the time and effort that you put in. And you gotta look, ladies, honestly, and you gotta start valuing yourself more. You really do. Listen, walk away from this type, all right? Walk right out, away from that conversation, that interaction. Let them go waste someone else's time. Let them learn some manners, because some people act like they're up here and other people's down here, so they have the right to do whatever they want and waste their time. Walk away from people like that. Let them go waste someone else's time. Excuse yourself from that conversation and that situation. Respect yourself. Leave these people and let them go disrespect other people's time, because you're too busy. Because when you see somebody is disrespectful like this, a lot of you guys are gonna sit there and argue, why you on your phone? Why you not paying me attention? He's on the phone because he's on his phone and he's rude. He's disrespectful. He's selfish. He's an attention seeker. He's manipulative, and he's self-centered. And I'm just saying a lot of these things because I know guys like that. That's who just rude on their phone like that. And I'm not talking about businessman who's a hustler and who I'm not talking about a hustler who is getting money and he's tending to his clients and he's like, hold on, babe. Hold on 1 second. I'm dealing with a client. I'm not talking about that. Or he's like, hold on one, babe. This is work calling. I'm not talking about those types. I'm talking about those types that use their phone to manipulate. They're trying to incite some type of jealousy in you. Trust me, they do this. And y'all got to be like, learn to not play these games that people play. You understand? When you see a man, you wasted your whole entire day getting ready and you was at work or whatever. You see a man who is on his phone, or a person, a female, whoever, they're showing they don't have no respect for who's in front of them. That's what it's showing. And I'm not talking about emergency call either. I'm talking about people who are constantly being rude, acting like they're so popular and they have all these friends, and which are fake friends usually, because people with a lot of friends don't really have real friends, honestly. They're so popular and they have all these friends and they have to be rude and disrespectful, always on their phone, constantly. Attention seeker. And a lot of the times these narcissistic men are texting other women in your presence. A lot of these narcissistic men are texting other women in your presence. And this is how you handle people like that. Say for instance, you go on a dinner with these types, right? And you're eating and he's just constantly on the phone. What you'll do is you continue to eat all your meal. Eat all of your meal. Don't say a word to him. Let him remain on his phone, because if you're at dinner, it's a different story. You want to eat your food, because if you came out, make sure you eat that food. You eat all that food, and when you're done eating that food, you go ahead and say, I'll be right back. And say you're going to the bathroom. And when you go to the bathroom, just go straight to the exit, leave, get an Uber, a cab, or whatever you get, just to leave. Leave him sitting there on his phone looking like the jerk that he really is. I'm serious. This is how you deal with these narcissists, these self-centered people. Because why would you tell somebody to leave what they're doing to come and be in your presence so you could be oh my god, you know the another type of guys that do that, the ones who's so popular and claim that they have all these female friends, and never trust a guy with a lot of female friends. A lot of these females they slept with, they're just so I dated a guy briefly like that. Oh my god, he was the most annoying narcissist I ever dealt with. First of all, he needed constant attention. Constant attention. Constant. Let me tell you, he would talk about himself. All right? He would constantly talk about, when I say I dated this guy maybe for 2 or 3 months, I couldn't take it anymore. The constant the attention seeker. He would be on the phone seeking attention. Not forget about the on the phone. The fact that he was always, what was he doing? Sorry, I lost my chain of thought. This guy was always, talking about himself. That's what I was saying. He was always constantly talking about himself. He don't know nothing about me. I think I dated this guy for about 3 months and he knew nothing about me. He was like, oh, I didn't know you was in the theater. Dude, how could you know anything about someone if you constantly talking about yourself? And that's a sign of narcissism, when they're constantly seeking attention. Oh, I did this. Oh, I just went to Miami. Oh, all my friends. Oh, I do that. Oh, it's just constant annoyance. Attention seekers are always on their phone because they can't be alone with themselves and their own thoughts. They always got to be getting attention from people, or in the mix-up, or in some type of gossip. They cannot be alone in peace without constantly being on their phone. One time I dated a guy, right? The same guy that was constantly talking about himself. That's the shortest date ship or whatever I ever dated, right? The shortest period I ever dated with it. I couldn't take the narcissism no more. So one time I went to my job, and then he was like, oh, you want to come over and hang out? And I was like, all right, I'm going to hang out. And I texted him, I said, I'll be over there when I'm done. So I left I finished doing what I was doing. So I ended up going out of his house, going over his house. And, it was a long day. The dude was this is me feeling so awkward and uncomfortable in a situation like that, because I can't be around weird vibes. I can't be around weird. I just felt so uncomfortable. The guy is just sitting there texting. Oh, hold on. I'm just like, and he's just texting. I'm like, dude. Or on his phone having a long conversation. Yeah. With his female friend. Long conversation while I'm sitting there. And I was just like, you know what? This person is weird. I don't want to know parts of this. And I just left. And I just, one time he was on his phone texting, and I had enough of him being so self-centered and obsessed with himself and just obsessed with attention and just rude. So I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and leave. I just got up and left. And that was basically the end of it. I kind of phased him out after that, because you just go and be on your phone with your friends and do all those texts, do those things. You're not going to do that in my presence. And a lot of those guys, I'm going to tell you, they're up to no good, because another guy that I dated, and that's what actual relationship I was in. The guy that I walked out on, that was years later, after I was in an actual relationship with this one guy who was always doing this. And you know what it is? I wasn't a person that was on social media, Instagram. I wasn't, I didn't have those apps. He's the one who basically taught me about all these apps. And Instagram, I never was on Instagram until him. The ex I'm telling you about. This guy was always on his phone. Always pretending to work. Let me tell you a red flag about a man. If he's broke, he's not working. He's running around town with women. Again, if he's broke and he don't have no money and he's always on his phone, he's not talking to no client, honey. He's talking to women, or he's always looking for someone to entertain, seeking attention, or seeking attention on Instagram. Whenever these guys are always on their phone, that's a red flag. I'm talking about broke guys who are always on their phone. I'm not talking about hustlers and guys who are getting money and they're using their phone to connect with clients. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about broke guys who are always on their phone, attention seekers, and they want to waste your time, and they want you to be around them, watching them they want you to be around them, watching them, and, It's just not a good look. Wasting your time while you watch them on their phone. Don't say a word to them, honey. Don't get selfish people have a characteristic flaw. Because it is being selfish because they're literally wasting your time while you could be reading a book, you could be on the internet, you could be searching a job, you could be bettering yourself, you could be at the gym. They're literally wasting your time sitting there on the phone like that. You understand? And I had another narcissistic ex-friend that was like that. She was always in the mix, gossiping about everybody, their mama, their cousin, their sister. Always. And one time she asked me, because one time we fell out, and one time she even asked me, oh, let's go and rekindle, let's talk. And I went for a sit down, and she was so annoying, that attention seeker. And it's just like, I was in my career, deep in my career at that time. I was working at this other job, and I happened to have the day off. The day off I went and sat. Now the girl was on her phone, texting, calling, hey, oh my God, the gossiping. The constant obnoxious gossiping and the constant attention seeking. If you have respect for someone, you go ahead and have a face-to-face conversation while they're there, and you could say, hold on, I will call you back. I'm in front of someone right now. Or, you send a text message, I will call you back. But you sitting there wasting people's time, that's not a good look. Walk out on these people, and that's that constant attention seeking and phone validation, and that's a sign of narcissism. Get them out of your life. They're self-centered. They're obnoxious. They're very, very I don't have the tolerance for that, yo. I'm telling you. And then these men that's always on the phone, let me tell you, if he's not making money, he's just an untrustworthy attention seeker. And that's all he is. If he's not making money, all he is doing is seeking attention, and he's untrustworthy. Get them out of your face. You don't go sit there and let somebody disrespect you like that. And you don't even mention it to them. You don't even say a word to them. You just say, you know what, I have to go. You could continue your phone call. That's it. You leave. You don't allow people to waste your time with their this delusional narcissism. Anyway, guys, walk away from these types. Let them go ahead and seek attention elsewhere. Real Talk New York with Janik. Big up yourself, large up yourself, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and watch all my other videos on YouTube. So-called friends. This is gonna teach you about baiters and slick people and people who are pretending and fakes and phonies. A lot of people in the world are like this, and this is the reason why the world is bad, because y'all keep on getting tricked by these types that's only about themselves. They're self-centered, and they really don't care about nobody but themselves, and they care about only getting attention, and they care about being it's just, they're annoying. They're annoying. Just watch my videos, and you'll learn how to maneuver, who to deal with and who to stay away from, what personality types to stay away from, and you will not get tricked again. Because I used to be real naive dealing with these types, these attention seekers. I didn't realize attention was something that you have to go seek out. I thought it was something that if they like you, they're going to give it to you naturally. Anyway, guys, subscribe. Real Talk New York with Janik. Big up yourself, large up yourself. Yep. Bye, guys.